Online students, is my voice is loud and clear? And you're able to see my screen, right? Okay, done. So let's start the session. So in today's class, we are going to discuss the statistics for both data analytics and data science, both for data analytics batch, for data analysis and also data science. For both of them, this is the common statistics. There is nothing difference between the data analytics and data science within the statistics. So what are the statistical measures we are going to do, or statistical analysis we are going to do? Okay, if you are applying any kind of analysis using the statistics, if you are doing any kind of analysis using the statistics, it is called as statistical analysis. Okay, now when first if you are measuring something, okay, if you are doing some kind of measures, the measures using the statistics, within the statistics, the measures are called as statistical measures. So we are going to discuss what are the different statistical measures. Using the statistical measures, we will do the analysis. Using statistical measures, what are the different measures we are having? Statistical measures, we will do this analysis. And that type of analysis is called as statistical analysis, or which is also data analysis. So generally complete data analysis will be done by using the statistics only. Without statistics, there is no data analysis. Whether it is data scientist or data analyst or any Power BI developer or Tableau developer, whatever the person is there, they are doing some kind of analysis, means they have to do the statistical measures. Now, here first we'll understand what are the different types of data we are having. Okay, first we'll understand what are the different types of data. In the different types of data, we are having the first one is called as structured data. Okay, structured data. And the second one is called as unstructured data. And what are the semi-structured data is there, or anything will be converted to structured data only. So majorly we'll have the structured and unstructured data. And what are the structured data is there? It is will be in the tabular format. The data will be in the tabular format. Unstructured data will be in the images, text, audios, like this. Okay, we are having the data in this way, right? Now, structured data and unstructured data majorly will have these two. Semi-structured data will convert into structured data. Now, what are the tabular data we are having? That is structured data. Within that, we are having, within that, we are having two types of data. One is called as cross-sectional data, and second one is called as time series data. Time series data means if the data depends on the time, what are the time is the date. What is meant by time? First, what is meant by time? Time means in terms of anything like this. Time means date, day, month, year, time, at that time in hours. All this comes under time series data. Okay, Rajesh, why are you typing the same thing in the chat box? Asterisk. You are giving the answers, huh? Okay, done, Rajesh. Right? So time means which column has the date column. Okay, which column has the date column. For example, structured data. This is the structured data. In the structured data, some columns will be there. Different columns will be there. Out of one of them will be time, related to time, like date will be there, or day, month, year, or time. So if you are having these things, then it is called as time series variable. First here, what are the columns are there? Each column in statistics, what are the column in statistics is called as variable. Column in statistics is called as variable. Okay. So what are the column is there? Column is a general English word. Column name is a general English word, column. And in statistics, it is called as variable name. Okay. In SQL or Power BI, we call it as field name. Field. The column is called as field in SQL or in the Power BI. In the ML, we call it as futures. Future names. All of them are same. Okay. So column, what is the meaning of column is equal to variable, which is also equal to field, which is also equal to future. In one, they'll call, this is a general English, or in the Excel, within the Excel. And this is within the statistics. And this is the SQL or Power BIs. And this is ML. Right? Now, here, what are the columns we are having? Columns means what now? Variables. Different types of variables are there. Now, what are the different types of variables? First, let us understand. Types of variables. As I've told you, what is meant by variables means columns in statistics are called as variables. What are the different types of variables? The types of variables are, the first type of variable is called as, the first one is called as time series variable. Time series variable. The first one is called as time series variable, where that particular column has related to time, the information related to time. So the variable which consists of information related to time. Okay, time means these are the things. A column which has date, or the column which has day, month, the columns which are having these, the variables are called as time series variable. Second, we are having in terms of continuous variable. Continuous variable. What is meant by continuous variable means it is a numerical data. It is a numerical data. Next, third one we are having called as discrete categorical variable. Categorical variable. Discrete categorical variable, which is called as text data. Okay, like gender, male, female, like this. What are the columns you are having the text? That type of variables are called as categorical. They are called as categorical. And next we'll have the discrete count variable. This is also comes under discrete only. Count variable. Discrete count variable, which is also a numerical data which has data related to count. With respect to count. Numerical data having count. Now, what is the difference between each and everything? We'll discuss in detail one by one. So that for one type of variable, we are having the different measures. What are the measures of continuous variable is there that we can't apply on the count variable or on the categorical variable? Measures are different, analysis are different. What are the logic applied on the continuous variable? We can't apply the same logic or same measure or same analysis on the time series variable. Time series variable is a different, continuous variable is different. So one variable we are having different types of measures, different types of analysis. Okay. Now, so before moving into furtherly this one, I'll explain detailedly this one. Now, if a data consists of time series variable. Now, what is time series variable means? Which are the data consists of date or month or something, and that column is also important for your analysis, then it will be considered as time series data. For example, date column will be available, but it will not have any use of analysis. Column will be available, but there will be no use. In that case, it will not, we are going to simply remove. Which of the columns are not required for our analysis, simply we'll remove. And after removing this column, and if it is not depending on the time, it is called as cross-sectional data. The data which doesn't depend on the time is called as cross-sectional data. Data which depends on the time is called as time series data. What is time series data? One more time. Data which depends on time series variable. Data which depends on the time series variable is called as time series data. Okay. Data which does not depends on time is called as cross-sectional data. Now, okay, which doesn't depends on the time series is called as cross-sectional data. Which depends on the time series variable is called as time series data. Now, let us take with an example, some data sets with an example. Now, first, if you take the data related to sales data set, we are having one column called as date or month. Now we want to analyze in this 1 month what is the sales, per quarter what is the sales, yearly sales, like this we want. For example, we are having the date column, entire date column is there, and this date is 01/01/2014, 10 years back data, 2014 to we are having 31/12/2024, total 11 years of data we are having. Now year day wise, like this, multiple records will be there. 11 years data means for a year 365 days will be there. 365 into 11, that is the data set size, the size of the data. Now what are the 11 years data we are having? In this 11 years of data, along with the sales column is there. Now I want to analyze the data in terms of yearly. Yearly means first I'll separate the 2014 records and what is the average sales, and 2015 what is the average sales or total sales. Okay, like this I'm going to calculate the yearly sales, or for example monthly sales. January of 2014, February of 2014, March of 2014, April of 2014, like this. And I want to see whether the data is increasing, I mean sales are increasing or dropping. On which year the sales was dropped or which month the sales are dropped. I want to do this kind of analysis, complete analysis in terms of year wise, month wise, quarter wise. So I want to do some kind of analysis. All this analysis I have to do means I require the date column. Without date column, I can't do that. So it is called as time series data, which depends on the time. Like, for example, if you are working on the traffic data, how the traffic at Hyderabad, you want to do the analysis on the holidays, non-holidays. That is one column, holiday, non-holiday. Okay, one of the column is called as whether that particular day is a holiday or a non-holiday. Yes means yes, no means no. Something you are having like this. Along with that, also you are having in terms of number of vehicles. Number of vehicles is the column, and you are having here time. Time is there at morning 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, like this. Number of vehicles cross at a particular junction in a time, at a particular given time, that is 10 a.m. At 10 a.m., what is the number of vehicles? At 10:15 a.m., what is the number of vehicles? At 10:30, what is the number of vehicles? Like this, every 15 minutes they have collected the data, assume. Now I want to analyze the data. At what time the traffic at Amirpet is very high? Why, sir? Why required? With that, if particular traffic at Amirpet is very high, if I know that one, we will deploy the traffic constables at that time. Remain times, we will not deploy them. So we no need to assign them, right? Like that. So for analysis, after doing the analysis, it has to develop the business. For traffic people, what is the business? To maintain the traffic, easy traffic at Hyderabad only, right? That is only their business. So for that, we are doing the analysis. Next, the data which doesn't depend on the time. Okay. For example, I'm having the data like this. The data which doesn't depend on the time. Loan data is there. Some loan related, banking related loan data is there. On which date you have applied for the loan, it is not important. The column will be there. On which day the person has applied the loan. Okay, the person applied the loan, date of application. Here dates will be there, and the person details will be there. Every person detail will be available, like what are his salary, okay, and what is the EMI he is paying presently, already how much EMI he is paying, or in terms of how many years of experience he is having, number of dependents. Like this, we are having the data. Now, along with the whether the person has got approved the loan, yes or no. This is all past data. This is not the future data. This is past data. We are analyzing the past data. Now, on the past data, once you are analyzing and you are doing this one, and we are going to say, for saying, so we are going to observe the people who has got the loan, what is their average salary? First, we'll separate the data who has got approved the loan. The people who has got the loan, yes. Who are yes, we'll separate them. Do you remember yesterday we have discussed the conditional formatting? What is meant by conditional formatting? Based on the condition, extracting the data. Do you remember? In the NumPy we have completed, right? In the pandas also, just we are going to write the condition wherever the person is loan is equal to yes, that one we are going to separate by applying the comparison operator. And we are going to separate the data. Yes, S records are separated. Whichever the S records are separated, within that, what is the average salary? Within the no, what is the average salary? Like this, we are going to analyze the data. For analyzing the loans, whether yes or no, whether the date column is important, on which day they have applied the loan is important, means the people who has applied on this particular date, they will get the loans. On this particular date, they will not get the loans. Is there anything like that? No. Though this column is there also, we'll simply remove. But the same thing, are we removing in the sales data? No. We are involving that column for the analysis. Whether we are involving that particular time series for the analysis means it is considered as time series data. That column only is ignored means column is ignored or column was not given to us means then it is called as cross-sectional data. Is the point is clear? The difference between time series and cross-sectional data? Everyone? Anyone has any questions? The difference between time series and cross-sectional? So we are having the different types of projects. Some projects will be related to cross-sectional data. Some projects will be related to time series data. Both types of projects will be available. Like if you take the stock market analysis comes in the time series data. As the date changes, or in the month of August month, or in the September month, or in the February month, how the index has performed, how the company has performed in the month of September, in the month of February. Now, sir, we can do the some kind of stock market analysis using this statistics means yes, complete statistical measure using the statistics measures only, and that stock market will be applicable. Whatever you do in the stock market, something you are calculating means everything is statistical measures only basically. All of them are statistical measures, each and everything. Now, using these statistics, can we work means? Absolutely, we can work. Right? Now, sir, now again, a few students will have the question. What is the question is, sir, using this data analytics in the stock market, we can apply or something. Some experienced people will ask this question. Freshers will not ask because they are not having the money, so they'll not invest. They'll not ask this question. Experienced people already who are working in some people who are working, they'll do the some kind of investments or savings or something, and they will ask all these questions. Can we do? Absolutely, we can do. Now, I'll show you in terms of my directly, okay, my account only live. I'm showing you live. Okay, this is my account. I'm just showing you the live. Okay, now using the stock market analysis, what are the data analysis is there? I have invested in the stock market and my amount whatever I have invested is close to 30 lakhs. Okay, now whatever I have invested. So here I'm showing for you in terms of reports. In this, I'm going to take the profit and loss, and from April 1st, 2024 to, that is financial year starting from 2024 to till today. And I'm going to click on the view. And this is the amount which I have made the profit. 15 lakhs 87,000 is the profit amount in this 1 year. Okay. Right. So can we do what, sir, how you have applied and how you have done, miss? This is pure data analytics project. Sir, are you going to explain this one in the class for us to do, miss? No, this is not, we are not going to explain in the class. Okay, why? Why will not explain? There are multiple reasons behind that. Because seeing the numbers and getting attracted is very easy. But behind that, how much risk is there? We should know that one. So stock market is not that much of easy things. And only one thing I want to confirm you is we can do. But some additional things are required that we'll discuss later. When I explain the time series in the class for the regular batch students, when I'm explaining the time series, surely we'll discuss time series related projects. We'll discuss at that time. I will explain that one also, and I will give you a brief idea also. Later you can only decide, right? That we'll discuss later. Now coming back, so here we are having the time series variable and cross-sectional data and time series data. Now within the cross-sectional data, okay, within the cross-sectional data, again it is subdivided into two parts. One is called as continuous, second one is called as continuous, and second one is called as discrete. And discrete is furtherly divided into two. One is called as count, one is called as categorical. And categorical is furtherly divided into two. One is called as nominal and the second one is called as ordinal. Okay, so this is the data. So just I'm trying to draw in a flow chart for your easy understanding. Okay, data is of two types basically. Structured data. Structured data is of two types, not unstructured data, only structured data. Structured data, first one is cross-sectional, second one is time series. Within the cross-sectional, you are having the continuous and you are having in terms of discrete. Within the discrete, count, categorical. And within the categorical, again two, nominal and ordinal. This is the flow chart. Time series variable exclusively called as time series. Single column which has the time, date, that one. These are individual columns. Now total how many are there, miss? Basically 1 time series, 2 continuous, 3 count, fourth one is categorical. Within the categorical, two types. These are the majorly 4. Right? Now the same flow chart in another way. Second way of writing the same flow chart is structured data. Okay, within the structured data, we are having cross-sectional and along with the time series. Okay, time series. And within the cross-sectional data, we are having the qualitative data and quantitative data. Qualitative and quantitative. And within the qualitative, we are having continuous and count. And within the quantitative, nominal and ordinal. Right? So these are the different types of data within the structure. Everyone is clear? Now, what is quantitative data? Quantitative data means which is in the number. Quanti, some number, which is in the number. Whichever the data is in the number format, that is considered as quantitative. Quanti means, sorry, 1 minute. Sorry, my mistake. So here you have to write in terms of quantitative, quantitative, qualitative. Quantitative means whichever is in the number. Whichever is in number. Quantitative means quantity. Basically, it is quantity, which represents the quantity. If you ask what is the quantity means, we'll say, for example, I want 10 kgs means 10 kgs or 5.2 kgs or 6.5 kgs, something like this. Or if you want 5 packets means we'll say 5 packets. Number wise we'll say. Using the number we'll say, so that number is called as quantity. How much quantity? Quantity means quantitative data, which is number. Qualitative data means how the quality is there. That is nothing but text data. Text data is considered as quantitative. Text data is considered as qualitative. Number is considered as quantitative. Right? Is the point is clear? Now let us see the clearly one by one. I am explaining starting one by one. First is time series. Already I have explained what is time series, right? Now what is time series? Just a minute, guys. Online students. Sir, by statistics we can, yeah. Naidu, we can do. Right? Now, so here I am having in terms of, yes sir, this is class only for today. Obviously it is only for today. No? Today's class is only for today, right? Tomorrow's class is only for tomorrow. The meaning of you are asking today's class, statistics cannot be completed in one class. Statistics will be continued. Today's class is for today only, but statistics will be continued. Right? Now, coming to this first cross-section time series data. Already I told you what is time series. Time series means the column which has the date, day, month, everything is called as time series. Now, coming to the numerical data. The numerical data, we are having two types of numerical data are there. One is called as continuous, second one is called as count. Whether in this also, finally the same. Numerical data is of two types. One is called as continuous, second one is called as count. Now, which is continuous, which is count? The variable which can have multiple values, that is considered as continuous variable. Okay? Or the variable which can have the decimals, where there is a possibility of decimal, that is considered as the column which can have the decimal, that will be considered as continuous. For example, let's take an example like this. What is continuous variable means? It is a continuation flow of numbers. Basically, it is a meaning of continuation flow of numbers. Multiple numbers are possible. Like example, length, height. Okay, height of 5.1, 5.2, 5.3 decimals are possible. Wherever the decimal possibility is there, it blindly comes under continuous. Right? Now, age of the person. Basically, age of the person 23, 24, 25. Continuation flow of numbers. Multiple numbers are there. Okay. So, continuation flow of numbers along with the decimal also 23.5. The age is 23.5 years. Right? So, we are going to say like this. Money. Your money. Whether it is in the rupees or in the dollars. It comes under continuous. Right? These are all the values. Marks. 50 marks, 51, 52, 53. Continuation numbers are there. Now, whereas count variable, it indicates how many. How many. For example, there is a column like this. The column consists of number of cars. How many cars will be there? Either 1 car, 2 cars, 3 cars. 2.3 cars are not possible, right? So, wherever there is no possibility of decimal, it gives the count. Where there is no possibility of decimal. For count, no decimal is possible. Never the decimal is possible. never decimal values are possible. Now, for example, rating is there, out of 5 rating. Now it comes under continuous or discrete count. It is a continuous 3.2, 3.3, 3.4, 4.9. So after 4.9, only 4.9, 4.91, 4.92. Second decimal also will be there now, like that. So that is considered as continuous variables. Now count means in terms of number of cars, number of pens, number of dependents, number of. When it comes to the number of, then it considered as count. Is the point is clear? Next one is called as categorical variable. What is categorical variable? Means which is in the text. Categorical variable. Whichever is in the text, it is called as, in terms of categorical variables are called as, categorical means nothing but text, like gender. Gender of the person, male or female or something. Whether the person has enrolled for this course or not, yes or no. Text, whichever is in the English words are there, they comes under categorical, right? Within the structured data, sir, email is there? No, sir. Email also text only? No, sir. Whether it is email is in the tabular format? No, no. If the whichever the data is in the tabular format, in that the column which has the English text characters, that particular column is called as categorical. Okay. Now, in terms of whether the student has enrolled or not, right? And whether the person, what are the you are having like this, city names, country names, name of the person, all this comes under categorical. Now within the categorical, nominal and ordinal. Now what is categorical? Categorical means whichever is in the text data. Text data is considered as categorical data. Text data in structured, within the structured data, text data is called as categorical. Why it is called as categorical? Means each unique value, how many unique values are there? Each unique value in categorical data, each unique value in the categorical data is called as category. Basically it is called as category. One unique value is called as one category. In the gender, if you are having the 2 categories are there, first you have to check the how many unique values are there. Male and female. Male is called as male category, female is called as female category. Right? Similarly, take other column, like cities are there, Hyderabad, Mumbai, Delhi, like this. In that, first you check the what are the unique values. Each unique value is called as each category. Now, next coming to the nominal and ordinal. What is nominal and ordinal means? I told you now categories are there. What is categories? What is meant by categories? Unique values of the categorical variable is called as categories. Now what are the categories are there? First write the categories in the notes. For example, I am writing the male and female. This is the categories. 2 categories are there. Can you apply them? Can you apply any greater than or less than between the categories? It is called as ordinal. You can't apply that logic means it is called as nominal. If you are able to apply the logic of greater than or less than symbol, then between the categories, it is called as ordinal. This is lower than this one. This is lower than this one, like that. Okay. Let's take multiple examples. And you only tell me which is nominal and which is ordinal, starting with the gender. First, I'll write inside that what are the values are there. Something you are having like this. Whether it is a nominal or ordinal means first take the male. What are the unique values? Male and female. Can you say males are greater than females or females are greater than males? No, nothing like that. If you say means that is your perspective. Person to person, the perspective changes means that is not considered universal. It should be universal, common. Okay. Natural sequence should be available. Universal means which is also called as natural. Naturally should be available. Person to person, it is not called as natural. Okay, that is called as artificial. Natural means by default for every person it should be the same. The natural sequence, if it is available, it is called as ordinal. There is no natural sequence between them is nominal. Now this is ordinal or nominal means it is a nominal. Now coming to the name of the person, like first person name is called as Prabhas. Next person name is called as Mahesh Babu. Third one is called as Pawan Kalyan. Followed by again Mahesh Babu. Something you are having like this. Now, can you apply the greater than or less than symbol? This name is very popular. If that name is very popular means everyone will have the same name only now. There is no fixed rule. This is greater than this one, this is greater than this one. Right? All the names, any name will comes under, whether it is city name, country name, state name, anything. Name means only nominal. Now, country name like India, Russia, USA, Russia, 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 US, something you are having. Now, these are the country names. On the column name is called as country. Now, it comes under nominal or ordinal. So, if you say that, sir, India is better than, that is your perspective. From what point of view you are saying? Some people will say US. From what perspective? Sir, GDP wise US. Who told GDP? Who told everything? How you are thinking that it is GDP? Who told you GDP? Maybe I'm thinking in my brain, population wise, then India will be the top. GDP wise, US will be the top. Nuclear power wise, Russia will be the top. Did I mention anything like that? Just I have given the country names only. You are seeing as a name wise only. They are just names. That country name they have given like that. This country name they have given like this. Just their names. So every name will comes under nominal. Now in the similar way, sir, let us take one more example. The column name is called as shirt size, medium, XL, large, small, XL, like this you are having. Everything are same. Is there any order between them? What is the order? First one is small. Small is less than the medium size. Medium is less than the large size. Large is less than the XL size. Now, order is available. If order is available, what it is called as? Ordinal data. Is the point is clear? This is the order. Order is available, right? If the order is available, it is called as ordinal data. Order is not available, it is called as nominal data. Now, if I take one more example, like last example, if I take here letter, English letters, letter, only letter, heading is letter, heading. Inside the content is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, like this are there. What is this, nominal or ordinal? Nominal or ordinal? It is a nominal. So all are letter names only, just they are letter names. They are not considered as ordinal. They are nominal. They are just letter names. Sir, A letter is greater than B letter. Who told you? Sir, grade wise no sir. Then it is should be given as letter grade na. Who told you grade? Now heading is grade. Now A, B, C, D. Same A, B, C, D, E, F is there. Same letters. But column name is what? Grade. Now both are same. A and B letters are same. A grade and B grade are same. No. Now in this case, it will be considered as ordinal. This is ordinal. The same letters, this is nominal. Just apply the logic whether A is greater than B or A is less than B. It is possible like that. A letter is less than B letter is greater than A letter. Something is there like this. Unless it is grade. In this case, I have not given that grade word, right? Read the column name clearly and understand the categories inside that. Sir, without column name, only categories if I take, then it is called as wrong analysis. Without column name, don't focus only on the categories along with the column names. Here country GDP, they have written clearly like this. Then obviously US will come in the top position. Huh? They have given only country. Then it is only the names, right? Read the column name along with the unique values. If natural sequence, what is nominal data means, there is no natural sequence between the categories. If no natural sequence between categories, it is called as nominal. If there is a natural sequence between the categories, it is called as ordinal. Natural sequence between categories. Between the categories. What is categories means? First you have to take the unique values. Unique values and the column name. Okay, no natural sequence between the categories is called as nominal data. Natural sequence between the categories is called as ordinal data. Everything is clear now? 4 types of variables are clear. So whenever you open a structured data, either every column comes under either of these 4. Out of these 4, every column has to come. It cannot come out of these 4, fifth one. Only within these 4 only, every column has to come. Okay. So any type of data you take as per your choice, which are the data set you are interested. For example, I'm showing you one data set. Some data set I'm trying to show. Okay. Like loan data set. Okay. So this is one data set was given to us. In this data set, we are having something like this. Now we are having the loan ID, gender, whether the person married, number of dependents, how many number of dependents are there, education, whether the person is self-employed or yes or no, applicant income, co-applicant income, loan amount term, credit history, property area, whether the person is eligible for the loan or not. These are the column names. Now for each and every column name, let us come in the one by one. Loan status. Tell me what is the which type of variable it is? What type of variable? It is a only out of these 4 you tell me. Out of 4, time series, continuous, categorical, count. You have to use only 4. Time series, continuous, categorical, count. You have to tell me out of 4 any one. Time series. First one is time series. Second one is continuous. Third one is categorical. Fourth one is count. Only these 4. Okay. So within the categorical, nominal or ordinal, that we can discuss later. That is not required now. In the statistics, that is not required. That comes only in the machine learning. Because we have to share to the machine in a encoding concept is there. There you have to learn. So as of now, that is not required. So only this one. So within these 4, it comes under which one, miss? Categorical. It comes under which one? Categorical. This one here, credit history, basically yes or no is there. They have done the encoding. This is 1 and zeros. Here only 1 and zeros are there. Basically it is categorical column. It was encoded. Okay. You may not understand this one. Just ignore. Basically 1 indicates yes. No, 1 indicates yes. Wherever the no 0 is there, it indicates the no. Basically. Right. Next, loan amount term. Loan amount term. Term means number of months. Now, which type of variable it is? Number of months. It is a number of months. It is a count variable. Count variable. Sir, you told the month is time series. No, sir. Month means April, May, June. That one. Not number of. April, May, June. All these things are comes under time series. That is month. I told month, not number of months. Here I am saying clearly number of months. Loan amount term is number of months. Number of comes means how many months. How many months means count variable. 1 month or 2 months or 10 months or 20 months or 120 months or this one. Next, amount. Money. Money comes under which category? Money always comes under continuous. Money always comes under continuous. Next, income. Income comes under which category? Continuous. Next, this one. Income. Continuous. Next, this one. Categorical. Next, this one. Categorical. This one. Number of dependents. Number of. Count variable. Next, this one. Categorical. This one. Categorical. Categorical identifying is very easy. The question comes either with the count and the continuous because both will be in the number format only. When both of them are in the number format only, that point comes. Time series we can easily identify. That is not a problem. Easily we can identify. Categorical also we can easily identify. The many students will get the doubt between the continuous versus count. This is only major difference because why this question also comes means because both will be in the number format. That is the reason doubt will come. Now how to solve this problem is very simple. So here if you observe the data, what are the data I have shared? See, this is I told you the number of dependents. Number of dependents is counter or continuous because it is the number format. We'll get the whichever is in number format, we'll get the generally doubt. Now here, whichever is count variable, what happens means we are going to apply the bar plot. What is meant by bar plot means here what are the categories are there? One category we will consider as one value in the bottom. Now what category? 0. What are the unique values? 1, 2, something you are having like this. How many number of records are there with the 0? How many number of records are there with 1? How many number of records are there with the 2? Like this, if you are representing the categories on the x-axis, categories or simply to say unique values. What are the unique values are there? Unique values on the x-axis and their count on the y-axis. And this plot is called as basically count plot or bar plot. Okay, we'll discuss one by one slowly. Right? Now, same logic if you apply here, can you see here? Multiple numbers will be there. Multiple unique values will be there. That many unique values if you take and if you write, it is going to be a problem. Now, let's explain with another example. What is that example is? Marks. Like marks. Marks of the person. Tell me, are you going to check how many people are with 30 to 40? Are you going to observe? Or you'll see how many people are with 30, how many students are with 31, how many students are with 32. Like this you will observe. Which will make sense for you? Interval is making sense or individual value is making sense? Interval is making sense means it is considered as continuous. Individual value is making sense means it is count. Point is simple. Now in this same logic apply and tell me whether this one income is there. How many people are exactly 5,849 will make sense, or how many people are with between 5,000 and 6,000 income? This is making sense for you. Point is clear? Interval is making the sense means go with the continuous. Individual value is making sense means go with the count. Very simple. Everyone is clear now? Interval means continuous. Individual value means count. Individual value is called as, individual is making sense is called as, individual value is called as discrete basically. So that is the reason it is called as discrete count, discrete categorical. So individual values will make sense. Individual values are making sense is called as discrete. Individual values making sense. That individual values which making sense is called as discrete. In that discrete count will be there, categories will be there. but individual values will make sense. Continuous, your interval is making sense. Interval means a continuation flow of numbers. In between 30 to 40, multiple numbers will be there. A continuation flow of numbers are making the sense. Interval is making sense. Then it is called as continuous. Is the point is clear, guys? Everyone? Anyone has the question now? Please ask what are the question you are having. All the 4 types of variables are clear, and how to identify the 4 types of variables in the given data is clear. Because if you have to do the analysis, means analysis is the step. Which step? First, you have to do the data understanding. And in the data understanding, you have to do the data exploration. What is a data exploration means? First, inside that, what unique values are given, what are the different types of values are given, all these things first we have to understand. After doing this one only, data analysis will come. We have to do the data cleaning. After doing the data cleaning, then data analysis will come. So to move to the data analysis, first we have to complete these steps. Without completing these steps, directly we can't do the data analysis. Come in the sequential order. For completing any project, we have to come in the sequential order. Without coming in the sequential order, I have to complete the project, means it is not possible. Everything is clear, guys? Now, so this is the types of data. So statistical measures you have to do means, first you should understand which column comes under which type of variable. Okay, for example, I want to calculate the average. The statistical measure name is called as mean. That is the mean. Mean means average. Simple, everyone knows. Okay, mean is also called as average. Can you apply the average on the dependents? Dependents, for example, 0 dependent is there. Some students, some people are having 0 dependents. Some people are having 1 dependent. Some people are having 2 dependents. Divide by 4 means on average 0.75 dependents will be there. 0.75 dependents will be there. So now in this class, how many mobiles are there with the each student? 1, 1, 1, 1. One student has got 2 mobiles. What is the average mobile? Average number of mobiles in this class means 3 plus 2, 5. 5 divided by 6. Or 5 divided by, 6 by 5. Okay, total sum is 6. And number of records are 5. And what is the average means? Which is 6 by 5, which is 1.2. 1.2 mobile will be there. Can we apply the mean on the count variable means? No, we should not apply. What is the male, female, male is there? What is the average of gender? Male plus male divided by 3. For example, 2 males are there in this class. One is male and one is female. What is the average gender means? Male plus female divided by 2. We are going to say that one? No, right? So mean cannot be applied on the categorical. Mean cannot be applied on the count. Mean can be applied only on the continuous variable. So first we should know what are the different types of data, what are the different types of variables, then we can apply the different types of measures. Right? Now, so everyone is clear, right? Different types of variables. Now, next, we are having the data. Here 2 types of data is there. Again, already I have told you the structured and unstructured. Within the statistics, population data, and second one is called as sample data. One is called as population data. Second one is called as sample data. Population data means entire data is considered as population data. Entire data related to that, what are the data is there, entire data will be considered. If they have given you the entire related information, it is called as population data set. If they have given some of them, means it is called as sample data set. For example, I am having the last 10 days temperature of last 10 days. Now 10 days temperature is called as population data or sample data, means it is called as sample data. Then what is population data means 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1 date is there now. That date today's date if you are having, then it is called as population data. How many days are existing till now? The entire data I want is called as population. Is the point is clear? Now, let us take one more example. There is a consequence. For example, let us take like MLA or MP or something. Okay, Amirpet area is Amirpet, and the constituency is Amirpet constituency, something like this. In this constituency, okay, in this area, total 5 lakh voters are there. Total voters are 5 lakhs. What is this data is called as population data. If you are taking any 100 voters, what is this 100 voters is called as sample data. The entire voters in that area, if you consider, it is called as population. Some of them, if you are considering, sample. Now, after this class, I'm going to ask you, how was the class? How was the class? Today, have you understand the statistics or anything, something like that? I'll ask the question. And some of the online students are going to respond. Yes, sir, it is clear. Some of the offline students are going to respond. Some students are going to respond. If each and every student responds, then it is called as population data. Some students only, if I'm considering, miss sample data. Okay. So here we are having the population data set and sample data set. Two types of data sets will be there. In the reality, which type of data set will be popular means sample, because population data set, to collect the population data, it is somewhat impossible. Now let's take an example. Now I want to analyze the Apple 15 series. What is the rating of the Apple 15 series? Apple company wants to do that. Now Apple 15 series, the entire series, whether it is basic version to last Pro version, Pro Max version, till that, every mobile total they have sold 10 lakh units, that is, which is nothing but 1 million. 1 million units they have sold. And for these 1 million people, they have sent one SMS that how the mobile is working. I mean, how the mobile is feedback. Now they want the rating out of 5. Rating out of 5. Now they want the rating. Now one person has given the 4.9, 5, 5, 4.81, 4.92, 5, something they have given like this, right? Now, if how many records are there, it is called as population data. How many records are there, it is called as sample data. If all the 1 million records, every person value is available only, it is called as population. Now I have got 9,99,999. Now it is called as population data or sample data. It is still called as sample data only. If one record miss also, sample. Entire data is there only, population. Is the concept is clear? Now, in the reality, if you, okay, in the reality, out of 10,000 people, how many people will respond? Means maybe close to 1 lakh people. 1 lakh people will respond, or 2 lakhs people, something. Now, by paying extra money, like you are going to say something like this, please participate in the survey and win the chance to have 2 days at Goa. Okay, we are going to take some lucky draw. In that lucky draw, if your number comes, miss, you are going to get the 2 days at Goa. Now what happens? Some more members will participate in the survey. I'm not saying that based on that offer everyone will serve, but somewhat comparatively, maybe 100 people extra will be added, or 1,000 people who gets attracted for that offer, they'll add the survey also. They'll participate in the survey and they'll give the rating, something like this. Now, are you going to get in the reality 10,000 out of 10 lakhs out of 10 lakhs? If you want, just give a try. Now, I'm going to ask the question in the chat box. I'm asking. So here total number of participants. Can you see how many participants are there? 189. Out of 189 participants, me and Naresh IT team, one more person from Naresh IT. If you remove these two, total how many students are there? Miss 187. Everyone can see. Online students are 187, and offline students in front of me, these many people are there. Now, how many of you have understood with respect to what is meant by population and what is meant by sample? Either the answer will be yes or no. You have to tell yes means yes, no means no. Anything is okay. Now, just give me the answer, yes or no. Both offline and online students, please provide yes or no. Huh? Right? Now, in the chat box, I'm opening in front of the chat box. In this chat box, let us count how many people has responded. Okay, around 20 to 25 people has responded. These 25 peoples are called as what? If all the 187 people reply, what is this called as? It is clear now? Now, do you think 187 people will reply in the chat box? It is practically possible. I will wait for another 1 hour. I'll request them. Please provide also. I'll request. And I'll give the time also. Still, do you think that 187 people, at least one person will not reply? Minimum guarantee. That is minimum to minimum guarantee. So in the reality, getting the population data is highly impossible. It takes so much of time. It takes in terms of money wise, everything. So we are going to work on the sample data. In the reality, we'll work on the sample data. Then, sir, if you are working on the sample data, then how we are going to analyze on the population? For example, Apple only. Earlier, I have told you one example, na? Apple, 10,000 units. In that, around 2 lakhs people has responded. After giving the offer also, around 2 lakhs people are responded. Okay, 2 lakhs or 3 lakhs people are responded. Okay. Now, these 3 lakhs people, how many people has responded? Okay. Now, as one of the student is giving the idea, sir, instead of giving the Goa trip, give the full scholarship or give the one mobile phone also free. What are the mobile phone they have purchased? That is only free for them. We'll refund the fees. I mean, what are the payment they have made? We'll refund. We'll give that type of offer. In the lucky draw, if you win, we'll pay the what are the money you have paid, whether it is basic mobile or Pro Max version also, we'll refund your money. We have given that type of offer only. Do you think all the 10 lakh people will respond now at least? In that, some people will be there now who is not bothering of money. Some people will think that this is a fake also. Apple will not do like this. Right? Some people, we send the message also, they'll see the message, but they'll think that later we'll reply and they'll forget. First they'll see, but they'll think that, okay, we are in the busy work, later we'll do. So getting the possibility of population data is highly impossible. Mostly we'll get the sample data only. Now, for example, 3 lakh people has responded and you are having the values and you calculated the average value. What are the average is there? You calculated the mean, you calculated. What is this mean is called as population mean or sample mean for 3 lakhs people. Now, Apple is going to publish that Apple 15 series has got the feedback. The average rating for the Apple 15 series is 4.9. They have given the advertisement like that. Side they'll give one star mark. Small star mark will be there. What is this star mark means? They'll say that collected this value was calculated based on 1 lakh people. They'll mention clearly that one by giving a one small star mark. Heading will be 15 series. Average rating of 15 series is 4.9, which is the industry highest. They'll give the heading like this, but at the same time they'll add some small star mark stating that calculated on 1 lakh people based on 1 lakh records. Right? So All these things they are going to show based on the sample. Right? Now, here we are having now two types of statistics. Again, one is called as descriptive statistics. Second one is called as inferential statistics. Descriptive statistics and inferential statistics. What is descriptive statistics means? You are calculating the measures. What are the measures are there? Measures on the given data is called as descriptive statistics. What are the calculation and analysis we are doing now? It is called as descriptive statistics. What is inferential statistics? Inferential statistics means based on the sample measure, we will estimate the population measure. Estimating the population measure based on the sample measure is called as inferential statistics. Okay, estimate, or which is also called as inference. Estimating or inferencing the population measure based on the sample measure is called as inferential statistics. Means you are calculating the population mean based on the sample mean. Now earlier I asked one question. Have you understand what is the difference between population and sample means? How many people has responded? Online around 20 people. Offline how many people? Around 20 people, 10 to 20 people. Now based on this remaining 187 people. So total online how many? 187. Out of 187 attendees, how many has responded in the chat box? 20 people. Remaining how many people not responded? 167. 20 people has told yes. Remaining 167 people, they didn't respond also. Either yes or no, they have not even responded. Now, but still I am estimating that they also have understood. How you are doing this one? How you are estimating the remaining people? Whether remaining people has told you that yes or no? No, they have not even replied. But still I am estimating. On what criteria? Based on this. Based on this, I am estimating the other people only is called as inferential statistics. Is the point is clear? Inferential statistics. Estimating the population based on the sample is called as, sir, for example, population data only is there with you. Directly population data is there with you. Then you are going to calculate directly population measure only. In that case, inferential statistics will be there? No, there is no inferential statistics. No inferential statistics. No inferential statistics. If you have the no inferential statistics, if you have population data with you. If the population data is with you, no need of inferential statistics. Because directly only you will calculate the population measure. Why to estimate? Answer itself is there now. Why to estimate? When we'll estimate means when we don't know. When we are having the answer also with us, why to estimate that one separately? Is the point is clear, guys? Everyone? Yes or no? Now tell me, guys, let's take one more example so that you may get more clarity on this. Let's take an example like this. You are the quality inspector. You are the quality inspector and you went to inspect the Kinley water bottle company. Kinley water. Okay, some Kinley water bottle company where it is manufacturing the 1 liter water bottles. 1 liter water bottles are getting manufactured. Now, when you went to the manufacturing unit, you reach to the manufacturing unit, there you have found around 10 lakhs or 10 lakhs bottles are available. 10 lakh bottles are available with you. Now, you want to check whether the Kinley is really providing 1 liter inside the bottle or not. Okay, that is, you have received one complaint that Kinley is not giving the 1 liter. They are keeping the 1 liter water bottle, but inside that they are giving only 990 ml. 10 ml they are not providing. That is a complaint. Okay, and you went for the checking. Are you going to check all the 10 lakh water bottles? Whether in that 1 liter is there or not? Is that possible? 10 lakh bottles are there in that manufacturing unit. Are you going to check each and every bottle? No. Then what you will do? In that case, what you will do? Forget about others. What you will do? You will take sample of how many bottles? 100 bottles or 10 bottles, something. Some sample you will take. Now in this 100 bottles, you have observed that they are maintaining 1 liter. Now remaining 9,99,900 bodies, who will check? Remaining bodies, who will check then? Without checking also, we are estimating that one. That is only called as inferential statistics. Based on the sample, we will estimate the population. Point is clear? The difference between this one and that one. For these 100 bodies or for 1000, if you take all the bodies, all bodies, that is 10 lakh bodies. For 100 bodies, you calculated what is the average water in the each bottle. What is the average ml? You calculated average ml. How much average ml is there? Whether it is 1000 ml or not 1000 ml. Average value calculated. Now, what is this average ml is called as? Sample or population. Whether it is called as sample or population. It is called as sample. Now, if you take here 10 lakh bodies, all the 10 lakh bodies, and for these 10 lakh bodies, you calculated all the 10 lakh bodies, you calculated the average ml inside that bodies. All of them, each and everything you calculated. One bottle, you have first written here ml, how much ml, followed by next one, followed by next one, like that. First you have collected the values. First step is collect the values. After collecting, you are going to calculate the what is the average value, and then you have calculated the average value. What is the average ml? Now, what is this average ml is called as? Population average. Earlier it is called as sample average. This is called as population average. Now, you calculated all the population average and you got the average is around 1000 ml. This is the average amount. Average number you got like this. Now, still you will do the inferential statistics. Huh? 10 lakhs bodies you have taken and you calculated, completed already. Population average is already calculated. Now, again, are you going to calculate inferential statistics, take 10 bodies and based on that you will estimate now population? Now, in this case, we are not going to do that, right? Simple. Is that clear, everyone? So, in which case we'll use the inferential statistics is clear now? Examples, right? So, like this, we are having the different types of statistics. Now, let's start with the statistical measures one by one. Let's see the measures. What are the different measures we are having? Now, we are having the different types of statistical measures. In that, first one is called as measures of central tendency. The first one is called as measures of central tendency. Within the measures of central tendency, first one is called as mean, second one is called as median, and third one is called as mode. These three comes under measures of central tendency. What is mean? Mean means average. Center value of the given data. Center value is called as average. Average value is called as center value. Right? Now, next, let us how it will be calculated. Center value, how it is calculated means based on the sum of the records, sum of the values divided by total number of values. Total number of values is called as mean. Now, here the sum of the values, and this is all these three are applicable Out of these three, mean and median is applicable. What are the mean and median? These two are applied on continuous data. You can't even apply on the count variable also. You can't even apply on the count variable. Count variable, the mean of count variable will not make any sense. For example, in the class 1.5 mobiles are there. Average 1.5 mobiles means that 1.5 mobiles point only is invalid. 1.5 mobiles, 1.6 mobiles. We can't say like that. Either one mobile or two mobiles, three mobiles. This will make sense, but not 1.6 mobiles. Right? Mean and median are applied. What are the mean and median are applied on continuous data? And mode. Mode is applied on discrete data. Okay, mean and median are applied on the continuous data. Mode is applied on the discrete data. Right? Now, first let us go with the mean. Let's take an example, one column. Column considered as age or salary of a person, something. Okay, let us go with the salary of a person. Okay, one person, one salary. 5 lakhs, 6 lakhs, 5.5 lakhs, 6.5 lakhs, 4 lakhs. Like this you have. Now what is the average salary? Average salary is nothing but first you have to do the sum. Sum, that is 5 plus 6 plus 5.5 plus 6.5 plus 4. This is called as sum. Divide by total number of records. How many records are there? 5 records. Okay. Now the sum we are going to indicate by the x sigma. The sum will be indicated by sigma. And what are the column name is there? That one. Sum of the salary divided by total number of records. Now this is a sample data or population data. If it is population data, sir, how you can know it is population data or sample data? Means the person who has shared you the data, he will clearly mention, Shiva, this is the population data. They will clearly mention. If they say that, if they don't say the population data, by default it is sample data on. They will clearly mention this is a population data. For population data, clearly they will mention. Now, if it is a population data, you have to write the caps lock n. The number of records are represented by caps lock n and the mean is represented by mu. Mu is equal to sigma by n. The column name might be anything. If the column name is x, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now what is the formula? Sigma x divided by n. If the column name is y, what is the formula? Sigma y by n. Column name is z, sigma z by n. So what are the column name is there? The sum of that values in that column divided by n is called as population mean. Sample mean means sigma by small n and it is represented by x bar. X bar or y bar or z bar. What are the column name? That bar. Okay. If I take this one, okay. First, let us start with the example number 1, this x. Assuming x is a population data. What is the formula for population data? Population mean. How to calculate for population mean on the x column? How to calculate population mean on the x column is, it is mu is equal to sigma x divided by n. That is the formula. Where 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 divided by 5, which is 15 by 5, 3. Assume this is the same column, sample data. How to calculate the sample data? Mean x bar is equal to sigma x divided by small n. Same logic. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 divided by 5. Again it is 15 by 5, which is 3 only. There is no difference. Value wise no difference. But if you say mu is equal to 3 means what others will understand means, okay, it is the population mean. If you say x bar is equal to 3 means others will understand it is a sample mean. what you are writing in the left side, it is important. Values both are same. Okay, if I give the data, guys, there is a population, there is a mean of 10. Like this, I have told you. What you will think? If I have given the in the question, there is a mean of 10. What you will think? Is point is clear? So based on that representation, we'll consider what type of data. Right? Now, so this is the way. So just you have to do the total. In that particular column, what is the total is there? Divide by total number of records is called as mean. Now, what is the average salary? How to calculate average salary? Salary is the column. Assume it is a population data. What is the average salary will be represented? In what way? Mu sigma of salary divided by n. That is nothing but 5 plus 6 plus 5.5 plus 6.5 plus 4 divided by 5. Total number of records are 5. This is the population mean of the salary column. Point is clear? Now, so this is called as mean, which we use the center value. Center value. Now, median. Next concept is called as median. What is meant by median means it gives the center position value. What is the difference between these two means? One is center value, mean is center value, median is center position value, which is in the center position. Center position value of a ordered data. Center position value of a ordered data is called as median. Center position. Now, for example, here 5 chairs are there. Whoever the person sits in the center chair, that person is called as median. Okay. Now, tell me if I am having the data like this. Earlier, I have written the X and Y now. Now, what is the median of X? What is the median of X? Median of X means first you have to calculate the ordered data. First you have to keep them in the order. Write them in the order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ascending order or descending order. Choice is yours. But keep them in the order. After keeping them in the order, which is in the center position? In the center, what is there? 3 is there. It is called as median. What are the numbers in the center? Now for salary, first you keep in the order. 4, 5, 5.5, 5.5, 6, 6.5. What is the median in this case? 5.5 will be considered as median, whichever is in the center. So here 5 records are there, center position we will identify easily. For example, 6 records are there. Then if when you are having the odd number of records, when you are having the odd number of records, directly you will get the center. Directly you will get the center value. When you are having the even number of records, in the center, 2 values will be there. So average of center 2 values. Average of center 2 values. So for example, I'm having the some data like this: 10, 11, 18, 2, 6, 14. Now what is the median for this data? How to calculate median? First you keep them in the order. What is the order? 2, 6, after that 10, 11, 14, 18. Now in this center position, how many values are there? 2 values will be there in the center position. Now what is the average of 10 and 11? 10 plus 11 divided by 2, which is 10.5. So 10.5 will be the center value. Is the point is clear? Like that, we are going to calculate the median for the even number of records. So again, you have to apply odd average means we cannot apply the logic on the That is the reason why we should not select the count variable also. So for count variable, you can apply like this, means if the count number of records are even number of records are there, you have to take the center 2. Now number of mobiles, one mobile, one mobile, one mobile, two mobile, two mobile, two mobile you are having. What is the median value? Number of mobiles of median value is 1 plus 2 divided by 2, which is 1.5 mobile. Will make sense, huh? 1.5 mobile or 1.5 cars. What is the number of cars? Means 1.5 cars, 4.2 cars, 3.8 cars. We'll say like this. Point is clear? Why we should not apply the mean and median on the count variable? The reason is clear, right? So this is called as center position value of a ordered data. First you have to keep them in the order, ascending order or descending order. Choice is yours, right? Next, mode. Next one is mode. What is mode? Means most repeated value. Which got repeated more number of times, that is called as mode. Which one is repeated more number of times? So here I'm going to take 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many times 1 is repeated? 2 times. 2, 1 time. Remaining everything are 1 time. Only 1 is repeated 2 times. So now which is the mode? Means 1 is considered as mode. Which value was repeated more number of times, that is called as mode. Sir, for example, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4 means 1 also repeated 2 times. 2 also repeated 2 times. Now which is the mode? Don't take the average. Both of them are modes. So in a given data set, you may have 1 mode, you may have 2 modes, you may have more number of modes also. So unimodal means a data having 1 mode. Data having 1 mode is called as unimodal data. A data which is having the 2 modes in the given data, it is called as bimodal. Data having 2 modes. Multimodal. Multimodal means a data having more than 2 modes. Data having more than 2 modes is called as multimodal. Sir, in the entire data, nothing was repeated, sir. Everything are one time only. Nothing was repeated. The data consists of what mode? No mode. No mode means not even 1 is repeated. A data can have no mode also. Mode means repetition should be there. No repetition means no mode. Mode is not there. Right? So a data can have so in this data, what is the mode? For this data, what is the mode? 1. For this data, what is the mode? 1 and 2, both of them. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. What is the mode? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is the mode? So, for example, what is the mode? In this example, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 3. What is the mode? Only 1. Sir, 3 also repeated now, sir. Most repeated. Most repeated. If multiple things are repeated also, in that more number of times which is repeated, that one only. More number of times are same only, will consider to both of them. Every repeated value is not called as mode. Most repeated only is called as mode. Here 3 is repeated, 1 also repeated, but which one repeated more number of times? And that how many times it was repeated means 3 times. The same was repeated for the other one also 3 times means only it is both of them are considered as mode. Point is clear, guys? Mode is clear. So what is mean means center value. How it is calculated means sigma x by n. Sigma by n. Simply to say sigma by n. Sigma means sum. N means number of records. Median means center position value of a ordered data. Mode means most repeated value. These 3 of them comes under measures of central tendency. Where mean and median are applied on continuous data, mode is applied on the discrete data. Right? Now, for example, if you take the salaries, if in a company, Infosys company is there, there is a Infosys company. In the Infosys company, around 10,000 employees are working. In the 10,000 employees, salaries are there. For these 10,000 employees, are you going to select which salary was repeated more number of times? Are we going to select like that, or we are going to see the what is the average salary? Which one out of these two? Average salary. Why? Because salary is a continuous variable. Salary means money. Money comes under continuous. For continuous variables, we have to apply the logic of average. Average will make the sense. In the Infosys, which is most repeated salary, that will not make the sense. Or within the Infosys data science, exclusively data science or data analyst role, whatever is there, what is their average salary also we'll see. We'll not see which was repeated more number of times. Most of the people are getting what is the common salary, we'll not see that. General will go with the average salary or median salary. Now, if I type in the Google also, what is the average salary in the Infosys for a data scientist? Salary. I'm writing just salary only. I'm not writing average salary. I'm not writing most repeated salary, median salary. Nothing I'm writing. Salary of a data scientist or data analyst in Infosys. Now, it is going to give average salary. Why it is not giving the most repeated salary? Why it is showing like this? Because statistical measures on salary should be applied with the mean, not mode. Can't we apply? Means apply. We can apply, but there will be no use. Sense will not be there. There will be no use of that. Right? Now, if I click on this website, Glassdoor, here it is showing that the base pay, something it is showing like this, and it is saying clearly how it is calculated. How it is calculated means it is calculated with the average or median. Some people will calculate average, some people will calculate the median salary. Not only in this company, take any other company also. Salary means only that. Experience. What we have to calculate experience? Experience column is called as what? A person will have 1 year experience, 1.5 years experience, 1.6 years experience. What is this called as? Which type of variable? Continuous variable. Why? Because decimal is allowed. Though it is number of years only, but still decimal is allowed. Decimal is allowed means continuous. Now for continuous, what is the average? Are you going to calculate average experience or are you going to calculate the most repeated experience? Which one you are going to calculate? Average. So that what you have to calculate also, you should know. Then only you can work on the data analytics project. So you have to do the data analysis means what you will do. For one column, what you will do means according to that column, which is the statistical measure has to be applied, we have to apply. The next one we are going to discuss is called as measures of dispersion. Measures of dispersion or measures of spread. Okay. Measures of dispersion or measures of spread. Right, guys? Now, sir, you have explained the theoretical part, sir. Where is the practical part? Now, let us do the practical part in the statistics using the Python. Let us do the practical part also so that you'll understand more clearly. Okay. What we have completed just now is called as measures of central tendency. And this entire notes will be shared to the students. Which students? To my students. Okay. Whoever the students registered under me, those students, you are going to receive the entire notes very clearly, the entire notes along with this Python notes also in your Google Drive. The students who has not registered under me, they will not receive the notes. They are going to write the manually only. Right? Now, coming to this, see, everything I have written, types of data, what are in the notepad just now I have typed in front of you, everything the notes is available, and qualitative data within that continuous, discrete count, and nominal and ordinal, and population data, and sample data. What is meant by types of statistics? Descriptive statistics and inferential statistics. Everything complete notes will be shared for you and it will be available in the Google Drive. Now, first I'm going to import the pandas and numpy. Now here I'm having a table. This is a table. One table is there. Now in this table, I want to calculate the mean for the X column. Okay, mean for the X column. Now, as one of the student in the chat box is asking how to get the Google Drive access. Once you register for the course, automatically you'll receive the Google Classroom access and Google Drive access, right? Whoever the students has registered, every student will get the Google Classroom access. In that, Google Drive will be automatically available. Okay, in the classroom. Right? Now, whoever the students has paid for the course, whoever has already registered, who has yet to be registered, what are the student? First, you have to receive the Google Classroom invitation from the admin. Contact the admin so that you will receive the classroom invitation. In the classroom, you will find the Google Drive. In that, notes will be available. Now, coming to this, right? Now, as one of the student again is asking, is there any statistics different class? Exclusively statistics, there is no separate course or something like that. It is the part of your data science or data analytics course. By default, it is the part. Right? Now, so X we are having. Now I want to calculate for the X column, what is the mean? Tell me guys, what is the mean of the X column? Manual, you tell me first. For X column, what is the mean? 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 5 plus 4 plus 3 divided by 6. What is the value? 2 plus 2, 4, 9, 13, 16. 16 by 6. What is 16 by 6? What is the value of 16 by 6? Which is nothing but 2.6667. Right? 16 by 6. Which is 2.667. Right? Now, same thing, I'm going to calculate how to take the X column. In the given table, how to select the X column? How to select? df of X. The variable name is df. Within that, you are going to select the column name called as X. Dot mean. Dot mean will give you the mean value. Okay. Sir, why it is throwing the error, sir? Because what is the column name here? Small x or caps lock x? Caps lock x. So that caps lock x you have to provide here, not small x. Then what is the value? 2.66 is the same. Now, how to calculate the median of this column? Tell me what is the median? 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is the median? I have kept in the order data. What is the median? It is the median is 2.5, which is average of 2 and 3. So how to calculate that one means, first you have to select the column X column. For that, just apply the dot median. Will give you the median value. Now for the same data, tell me in terms of how to calculate. In terms, next one is mode. How to calculate the mode for X column? What is the mode of X column? So just I'm writing here dot mode. It is going to give the output as 1. Sir, left side it is giving 0 now. For these two, 0 is not there. For this one, why 0 miss? Because here multiple values are possible. Mean can be multiple values possible. Median can be multiple values possible. No, single value only. But mode, multiple modes are possible. So for each mode, the index number is also added. Right? Now take the Y column. Next, second column is called as Y column. Now tell me for the Y column, what is the mode? 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. What is the mode of this one? Right? So it is both 1 and 4. 2 are there. So you are going to get, see, 1 and 4 also. In the 0 index, you are having the 1. In 1 index, you are having the 4. That is row index numbers. Why you are showing the row index numbers? Because multiple modes are possible. Why you are not having here? Because Multiple not possible first. Single value only. So how to calculate the mean means dot mean. How to calculate median means dot median. How to calculate mode means dot mode. Simple. First select which column you want. That column dot mean will give the mean value. Theory and practical both are clear. Sir, in which case we'll apply theory and which case practical? When you want to write the entrance test, theory is important because you have to write the answers by hand. You can't ask the, after going for the TCS, in the TCS, for example, they have given you 4, 5, 6, 8. What is the average value means? Sir, please provide me the Python, sir, so that I'll write the dot mean and I'll give the answer for you. We can't say like this, right? In that case, we have to do manually. When you are writing entrance test or certifications or anything, manual calculation is important. When you enter into the company, practical part is important. Both are important. That is important. This is also important. I know one of them, but I don't know second of them is simply I will write dot mean only miss. Then who will clear the certifications? Who will clear the interviews? Right? Next, coming to the next one. So for this type of data, are you going to do manual calculation? Sir, for this data, if they are giving the certification, common sense will be there. The person who will give in the certification, he is also having common sense, right? This cannot be done in the certification in 1 minute, right? So in the question paper, in the exam, 60 questions, 60 minutes means one question, 1 minute only. In 1 minute, whatever the question you can answer, that type of questions only they'll give in the certification. While they'll give this one, any person in the world at least can be completed at least in 1 minute, this question. No person can do. Then why they'll give this type of questions in the certificate? In the certificate, what they'll give is 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 5. What is the mode? This can be done manually in 1 minute. So this type of questions only they will give. Sir, if 30 questions are given, not 60 questions, 30 questions, 60 minutes. One question, how many minutes? Observe. For one question, 2 minutes means every question should be completed in the 2 minutes. 10 questions in 60 minutes means one question, how much time? 6 minutes. So which can be completed in 6 minutes? That type of question only they have to give. Which cannot complete in 6 minutes, they can't give that question in the exam. One question only will take 1 hour means they can give the 10 questions in 1 hour. No, they will provide the questions in the similar way. The person who creates the question paper should have the common sense that we have to give in this way, so that others, they have to complete the entire question paper. Is the point is clear? Now coming to the next type of measures is called as measures of dispersion, or which is called as spread. In these measures, first measure is called as minimum. In the given data set, minimum value. Second one is called as maximum. In the given data set, it will calculate the what is the maximum value. Next one is called as range. Range means minimum value to maximum value. The difference between the maximum minus minimum. Maximum minus minimum is called as range. Right? So here, I'm going to take the data like this. This is the data. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sir, why you are choosing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Because simple to calculate. If I take big numbers, calculation will take time. That is the only reason. Right? Concept will remain same. Whether 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or whether you take 60,000, 80,000, 12,000, 4,000. If you take that numbers also, logic is same only now. Big numbers or small numbers, logic is same. Right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is the minimum value in the given data set means first you select the column. Which column you want to calculate? Select the column dot min. What is the minimum value in the given data? Just keep them in the ascending order or descending order. And the minimum value is 1. What is the maximum value in the given data? 5. What is the range? 5 minus 1, which is 4. That is going to be the range. That is maximum minus minimum value. Is called as range. Next, we'll discuss the next concept called as deviation. Next concept name is called as deviation. Okay. As some students, yeah, technical questions you please ask between the class. Non-technical questions we'll discuss at the end. Okay, Jyoti, we'll discuss that at the end. First, let us complete the regular class. Non-technical questions we'll discuss at the end. In the statistics, are you having any questions, miss? Please ask now itself. Girish, mean, median, mode. These are all the inbuilt functions. Within the pandas, they are inbuilt. They are module functions. Right? They are already predefined. In terms of what I was saying, it is predefined functions. Yes. Predefined functions or inbuilt functions. Everything is same. Girish. Right? Is the point is clear? Yeah. Jyoti, at the end we'll discuss. Okay, your answer I will give, but at the end. First, let me complete the technical. Now, what is deviation? How much the data deviated from its mean value. From its mean value is called as deviation. How much the data is deviated from the mean value is called as deviation. For example, here if I take x 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 numbers are there like this. What is the average value? Average value is called as 3. Okay, for this data, average value is 3. I'm going to calculate the deviation. What is deviation? Means every data, how much it is deviated from the mean value. That is nothing but x minus mu is called as deviation. What that is nothing but 1 minus 3 minus 2 minus 1 0 1 2 is called as deviation. These are all the records are called as deviation. Means, for example, in this class, marks of the students are there. Average marks are 78. You got the marks as 85. How much you have got deviated from the mean? Means you are above average student. Already average student is 78. You are above average. Your marks are 85. How much you are better than the average student? Means 7 marks you are better than. 7 marks you are better than the average. For example, average value is 78. You got 70 only. Now, how much you deviated from the average value? Means 8 marks you are lesser than the average student. You are below average student. Though you got 70 marks also, class average only 78 now. Yours is 70 marks. Good marks or bad marks? Means bad marks only. Sir, 70 no sir. 70 also bad marks only. Who told 70 is good marks? So when you are comparing with the others, for example, you got 70 only, but you are the highest. Then it is a good marks or bad marks? Good marks. You got 70 only, but you are the least. Good marks or bad marks? 70 is same only, na? 70 has changed, no. What was changed? With comparison to others. So always we have to compare the marks. Right? Now, deviation means how much it is deviated from the mean. Okay, this is called as deviation. Everyone is clear? Deviation. Now, what is average deviation? What is average deviation? Means for deviation column, you have to calculate the average. Earlier you calculated average for the x column. What is the formula for x column? Sigma x by n. Now for deviation, you have to calculate mean value. What is the mean deviation formula? Anyone? What is the mean deviation formula? Mean. What is the mean? Sigma by n. For which one you have to apply? For which column? X, this column. Which column? Deviation column. What is the formula now? Sigma of x minus mu by n is called as deviation. What are the column name is that? That column name only I am writing now. This is called as mean deviation. What is the mean deviation? What is the average deviation in this data? What is the average value? -2 plus -1 plus 0 plus 1 plus 2 divided by 5. What is the average? 0. Okay, for this data it is 0. Let us go with another data. 16, 20, 14. Okay, 10, something you are having like this. This is the data. Now, average value of this one is 36, 50, 60, 60 by 4 is 15. 15 is the average. Now, deviation. What is the deviation? 16 minus 15. What is the value? 16 minus 15? 1. 20 minus 15? 5. 14 minus 15? Minus 1. 10 minus 15? Minus 5. What is the average deviation? What is the average deviation in this data? 0. In this data, 0. In this data, 0. For every data, it is 0. Why it will be 0? How many left side values are there? That many right side also will be there. How the total of positive values, total of negative values will be the same every time. Why? Because from center, obviously left side how much distance is there, right side also same distance will be there. That is only called as center. From the mean, when you observe, left side how many values are there, right side also same amount of distance will be there. So obviously the sum of the deviation, every time it is 0. The deviation, mean deviation is always 0. Now, in this case, what we are going to do means, just we are going to take the x minus mu whole square to convert every positive value to every negative value to positive value. We are converting as whole square. What is this is called as? Anyone can tell? What is this is called as? Deviation. For square, I am doing. So it is called as square deviation. What is square deviation means? Deviation, you are doing the square. It is called as square deviation. Now this is 4, 1, 0, 1, 4. Now I am going to calculate the average of the square deviation. That is nothing but mean square deviation. Anyone can tell me the formula for mean square deviation? What is the formula? Sum of what is formula? Mean square deviation. What is meant by mean? Mean means this one. Mean square deviation. Square, that is x minus mu whole square. For this column only I am applying the mean, right? Which column you are applying the mean? That one only I am asking. For this column you are applying the mean means it is called as mean deviation. Square deviations you are applying mean means it is called as mean square deviation. Point is clear? Again, guys, focus clearly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mu value is 3. This is called as deviation. This is called as deviation. -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. Calculating for the deviation column, mean is called as what? Mean deviation. What is the formula for deviation? X minus mu is the formula. What is mean deviation? For deviation column, applying the mean. For deviation column, applying the mean. Apply the mean for the deviation column. First you take the deviation. For the deviation, apply the mean. Mean means sigma by n. For this column, applying the mean is called as mean deviation. That is sigma of x minus mu divided by n, which is 0. Next one is called as square deviation. What is meant by square deviation? First, deviation. Take the left side, deviation. What is deviation? X minus mu. What is square? Whole square. This is only called as square deviation. That is x minus mu whole square. 4, 1, 0, 1, 4. Now what is mean square deviation? First, write the deviation. Always write the deviation first. Don't come from this side. Come this side. What is deviation? X minus mu. What is square? Whole square. What is mean? sigma by n. Calculation also same. First what you have to calculate? Deviation you have to calculate. After that what you have to calculate? Square you have to calculate. After that mean you have to calculate. What is the calculation of this one? X minus mu whole square divided by n. What is the value? That is total is 10. 10 by 5 which is 2. The mean square deviation only is called as variance. The name for the mean square deviation is called as variance. Now, next one is root mean square deviation. Root mean square deviation. What is the formula for root mean square deviation? Miss, first from where you have to start? Deviation. What is the formula for deviation? Mu. After that, square. After that, mean. Sigma by n. After that, root. Square root of this. Completed. Why to by heart the formula? Applying the square root. Square root of variance is called as mean square, root mean square deviation. That is nothing but square root of 2, which is 1.414. Root mean square deviation only is called as standard deviation. This is only called as standard deviation. Is the point is clear? Now the question is, what is the importance of standard deviation? Now I'll ask a silly question. You also answer in a silly way. Now there are two cricketers are there. Everyone knows this IPL auction. IPL and IPL auction. What is meant by IPL auction? Buying the players, right? Now you are having the two players, player 1, player 2. I'm not going to write the player names. If I go with the player names means you may have the partiality. So I'm not writing the player names. But two players are there. First player number 1. First match only 100. Opening 100. Second match duck out. Third match 10. Fourth match 50. Again 50 he has made. And fifth match, okay, I'm not writing the player name. And next match is 40. Now total how many runs he has made means out of 500, out of 5 matches, 200 runs he has made. And what is the average means 40. 40 is the average. Now there is a player 2. First match 45 runs. Second match 40. 42. 35. 38. And what is the total runs made miss? 200. What is the average miss? 40. Now, are you going to select player 1 or player 2? How many of you are going to select player 1 in your team? Raise your hand. How many of you will select player 2 in your team? Raise your hand. First player 1. Player 1, rise. How many of you are going to select the player 1 in your team? How many of you are going to select the player 2 in your team? Rise. Most of the students player 2. Why? You are going to use the word called as consistency. What is the meaning of consistency? Deviation is less. Match to match, the deviation is less is called as consistency. Which deviation? Root mean square deviation, which is standard deviation. Okay. If you don't calculate the standard deviation, what happens? We'll see. The importance of statistics, we'll see now. The importance of this one. Now, you are having the two players like this, player 1 and player 2, whose average is 40 only. In the both the cases, average is 40. Okay. Now, one player will play. Sometimes he will play very high. Sometimes he will play very low. Example for this player is Chris Gale. When he'll play, he only don't know. Some matches, next level he'll play. Some matches, he'll not play. Second player, let us take the AB delivers. I'm not going to consider Indian players only. If I consider Indian players means patriotism will come or fans association will come. Now there is no fans, there is no nothing. Okay. If I say RCB or if I say Mumbai Indians means again CSK means suddenly you'll start shouting Dhoni or something. If I say RCB means again. So there is nothing like that. No India only. Let's ignore this as of now. Okay. Everything are outsiders. Just let us remove the names also. Player 1, only player 2. Whatever his name, whether his name is SRK also not a problem. We want runs. How the performance is there only we required. We are not interested on the player name of the person. Right? Now, so here, now if I calculate the average value for player 2, if I take the deviation, what is the deviation means? 5, 0, 2, minus 5, minus 2. Means for the average, he will play plus or minus 5. Now this first player 2 or player 1, what is the deviation of the player 1? For the player 1, what is the deviation if I calculate? It is 60 minus 40 with respect to minus 30, 10 minus 40. 10 minus 40 means minus 30, 50 minus 40 plus 10, 40 minus 40, 0. Now if I calculate average deviation, what is the mean deviation for this one and what is the average deviation for this one? Mean deviation. What is the mean deviation? 0. What is the mean deviation? 0. Deviations average is 0 means there is no deviation. Huh? Both are same. Huh? So whether mean deviation is a good measure or a bad measure? It is a bad measure. Why it is bad measure? Because the positive values and negative values are getting nullified. Now what I'm going to do means x minus mu whole square. Now 25, 0, 4, 25, 4. Now I'm going to calculate the mean square deviation. Mean square deviation is how much? 58. That is sigma of x minus mu whole square by n. This is 58. Now there is problem with the mean square deviation. What is the problem? Sir, every negative value converted to positive, no sir. Now what is the problem is, this is runs, 45 runs, all are runs. What are the deviation is there also? Runs only. 5 runs, 4 runs, 2 runs, everything. Now automatically when you do the square, you are going to get the run square. And what are the measure you calculated? What is the unit of this one means? 58 run square. What I am asking for you, what is the average deviation of the runs? What you are giving? Run square. Now to rectify that units again to the back, we are going to apply the square root. First we'll do the square, later we'll apply the square root. Now square root of 58 run square will give the right deviation. That is the standard one, which is not having any kind of problem. With the deviation, what is the problem is? Some positives, some negatives. With the square deviation problem is units are squared. But root mean square deviation is having any kind of problem is no problem. Since there is no problem in that, it is called as standard. That is the reason they have given the name called as standard deviation. Now, for this particular person, player 1, 3600 minus 40 whole square, 1600, 900, 100, 0. And if I calculate the sum of average, what is the average square deviation? That is mean square deviation. That is 600 plus 1600, 5200, 5200 plus 900, 61, 6100 plus 100, 6200, 6200 divided by 5. What is the value? 1240. Now, if I apply square root of 1240 run square and this one, which person is having the less deviation? Player 1 or player 2? Player 2 is having the less deviation. So that is the reason the IPL team people will purchase the player 2 instead of player 1. They want the consistent player because they have to perform in the each and every match. If any consistent player comes into the ground, we'll think that, okay, for example, Virat Kohli comes into the ground. We'll assume that he will play at least 30 to 40 runs. In our brain, that will be there. For example, any bowler comes into the ground. What will think? He may play, he may not play. right? If time is good means even Bumrah also will have the century, right? But he is considered as consistent player in the batting. No. Bumrah will be considered for the batting purpose. No. One match he will play century means will consider for batting purpose. No, right? Point is clear. So what are the things? First we have discussed what? Within this deviation. After the deviation, what we have considered? Square deviation. After square deviation, mean square deviation. After mean square deviation, root mean square deviation. Root mean square deviation. Mean square deviation is called as what? Variance. This is considered as variance. And this is considered as standard deviation. Standard deviation is nothing but root of variance. Root of variance is called as standard deviation. In the deviation, what is the problem? What is the problem of deviation means? If you are going to get the positives and negatives. What is the problem with the mean deviation? Tell me guys. Now tell me for each of them what is the problem. What is the problem with the deviation means both negatives and positives are there. Now what is the problem with the mean deviation? Why you are not considering the mean deviation? Because always the value is 0. Always value is 0. So that is the reason we will not consider this. Mean square deviation. You are going to convert every value to square. After converting every value to square, you are going to calculate the mean square deviation. What is the problem with the mean square deviation? Problem. What is the problem is units are also squared. Problem is units are squared. Now, root mean square deviation. Root mean square deviation is also called as standard deviation. Now, for standard deviation, what is the problem is? No problem. Since there is no problem with this, all the problems are rectified. It is called as standard. Earlier, what are the problems you are having? That problem, this problem, every problem was rectified. Clear guys, everyone? Yes or no? Now, what is the formulas? Formulas for deviation. Formula for deviation. Formula for deviation. X minus mu. Formula for mean deviation. X minus mu divided by n. Next, square deviation. What is the formula for square deviation? Yeah, x minus mu whole square. Formula for mean square deviation. Mean square deviation formula. X minus mu, what are the thing is this? For that square, for that mean, which is also called as variance. What is the formula for root mean square deviation? X minus mu, first square means whole square, mean means sigma by n, root means square root. Points are clear? And everywhere if you observe, I have considered the mu and also I have considered the n, letter caps lock n. Now all this calculated on the population data or sample data? It is a population data, population variance, population standard deviation. Population variance was given by sigma square, x minus mu whole square divided by n. This is given by sigma square. Population standard deviation is given by sigma. That is nothing but square root of sigma square, which is sigma. Variance was given by sigma square. This one was given by sigma. Now, so population variance. What is the population variance formula? Sigma square is equal to sigma by x minus mu whole square divided by n. And population standard deviation. What are the population standard deviation is there? That is nothing but sigma is equal to square root of x minus mu whole square divided by n. Now coming to the sample, this is for population. Population variance, population standard deviation. Sample is given by S square. Sir, why sir? Populations are given by the Greek letters. These are all the Greek letters. Population always gives the Greek letter symbols. Sample will take the English letters. Sample mean is sigma n by small n, and it is given by this one. Now, what is the formula for this one means x minus x bar. Instead of mu, you have to write x bar whole square sigma by small n. Sigma of x minus x bar whole square divided by small n square root of. Population variance, population standard deviation. Sample variance, sample standard deviation. Now like this, the formula is there means one person has told this one is okay, this is okay, but here you have to consider n minus 1. Not n, it is n minus 1. He has corrected the formula. This is only called as Bessel correction. Bessel is the statistician name. He has corrected the formula by writing the n minus 1. For population, okay, but for sample, it should be n minus 1. And he has told the reason behind that. That is only interview question. Most important interview question in the statistics. What is Bessel correction? Or why we have to consider n instead of n minus 1 in calculating the sample variance or sample standard deviation. One of the most important interview question in statistics. Okay, that concept only called as, so when entire data is there, it is called as population data. At least one value miss only, it is called as sample data. All the data you are considering means it is called as population data. At least one record has to miss now. To consider as a sample data, minimum one should be missed. And that one only is, he has corrected like this. Minimum one should miss in order to become the sample. And he has corrected that one. That is called as Bessel correction. Bessel. He corrected the formula. It is called as Bessel correction. Okay. This concept name is called as Bessel correction. What he has corrected? Instead of considering your formula like this, you should not consider the formula like this. It should be added minus 1. He corrected the formula. It is called as Bessel correction. Is that clear, guys? Bessel correction. Now, and while writing this n minus 1, he told clearly degree of freedom. The meaning of what is degree of freedom. He has brought one new concept called as degree of freedom. In the sample, we will have the degree of freedom. What is degree of freedom means? Freedom to choose. Freedom to choose is called as degree of freedom. Right? Degree of freedom. Now, what is this degree of freedom means? Freedom to choose. Now, what is meant by freedom to choose? Now, there is x plus y plus z is equal to 30. What is the x value? What is the y value and z value? May not be equal. Anything can be there now. Infinite number of values are there. 1 is there, 19 is there, 10 is there. Minus also you can write now. Infinite values are there. Decimals also you can write now. So in the one equation, when you're having the three unknowns, infinite solutions are there. Now I'm locking one of them as 15. Now what is the possibility of y and z? One equation, two unknowns. What is the possibility of y and z? Again, infinite number of solutions. You can write y value as anything of your choice. You can take y as 8, z as 7. You can take y as 10, z as 5. Infinite solutions. Now I'm locking second one also. Now, can you get the infinite solutions now? For z? No. So out of three, how many of them are having the freedom to choose? How many of them are having the freedom to choose? Two values you are having the freedom. For one of them, is there any freedom? No. So out of three, two are having the freedom. Out of three, two has freedom to choose, which is nothing but out of n, how many of them are having the freedom? N minus 1 is having the freedom. Sir, go with one more example. Let's try with one more. I'm having the 7 shirts with me. 7 days are there. Sunday. Okay. Starting with the Monday or whatever the day you want. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Now on Monday, how many shirts I'm having the freedom to choose? 7 shirts I can have freedom. On Tuesday, how many shirts? Now, if I repeat means 7 out of, again 7 will be there. Every day 7 will be there. If I wash and use that one means again 7 will come. Here non-repetition. Now, how many freedom you are having? 6. Out of 6, you can select which of the shirt you are interested to wear. On Wednesday, how many shirts you are having? 5. On Thursday, 4. On Friday, 3. On Saturday, out of 2 shirts, 1 shirt you can select. On Sunday, that is not called as choice. It is mandatory. Choice means at least you have to give 2 options. Then I will select anything as my choice. If you are showing 2 fingers means I'll touch 1 finger. If you show 1 finger only means, where is the choice? Where is the choice? What is meant by choice? Choice means giving the option. You are giving only one and you are saying means this is not called as choice now. This is not freedom, right? Freedom means what? Out of 2 selecting 1 is called as my freedom. Right? So out of 7 shirts, out of 7 days, how many days you are having the freedom? 6 days you are having the freedom. Out of 7, 6 days you are having the freedom. So out of 3 variables, how many of them are freedom are there? 2. So n minus 1 is called as degree of freedom. Is the point is clear? In that way, he told that out of these many records, you can choose. So for example, out of 1000 records, how many records you can choose for the sample? 999 records of your choice. Any 999 of your choice. 999 records are having the freedom to choose as a sample. Is the point is clear? And he has told the n minus 1. That is the reason why we got the n minus 1 calculation in the sample variance and sample standard deviation. Clear, guys? And to calculate the standard deviation and everything, we are directly having the formula like this. Population variance. For the X column, I'm calculating the variance like this. Now, how to calculate X 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the data. For this, first I'll calculate the minus 1, minus 2, 0, 1, 2 deviation. After that, I'm calculating the square deviation. That is 4, 1, 0, 1, 4. Sigma of x minus mu whole square. What is the value? 10 divided by n. For population variance, that is 5. What is the answer? 2. So see here, I'm going to get the output as 2. Variance DDOF is equal to 0. DDOF is equal to 0 means n minus 0. That is the meaning. What are the DDOF you are writing? That minus. Okay. Now, similarly, sample variance. How to calculate sample variance? Same. Average only, na? X minus x bar whole square divided by n minus 1. In the numerator, any difference is there? X bar or mu of x, both are same only, na? So, numerator is not having the difference. Both are same. Denominator, instead of 5, what you have to do? You have to take 4. Now what is the value? 2.5. So n minus 1, 2.5. Is the point is clear? This is the formula for calculating the population variance. This is the sample variance. Now, how to calculate population standard deviation? Sigma square root of this, that is sigma, that is square root of 2. What is the value? 1.414. See, this is the value, 1.414. Next, what is the calculation for sample standard deviation? Square root of s square, which is nothing but s. What is the square root of 2.5? What is square root of 2.5 means 1.54 approximately. And I'm going to get 1.58. Exact number is 1.58. Is the point is clear, everyone? So this is basic statistical measures. Still we'll continue in the next class. Remaining statistical measures will continue in the next class, guys. Already it is 12:30. We have to complete the actually 12. But once I start the max means it will be flow. If you sit up to evening means I'll continue also. Today only I'll complete statistics also. Right? Done? So we'll continue in the tomorrow's class. And if you are having any questions, you can ask what are the questions you are having. Now you can ask each and every question. Naidu, sir, the statistics is very easy. Your explanation is very nice. Thanks. Thanks, Naidu. Next, coming to the today, there is no 5:30 class, there is no 7:30 class, nothing. Regular class is on regular days only. This is external workshop. Next class is on only on Monday. Leave. If no questions, you can leave. Sir, can we get this recording video, sir? Absolutely can get. I will share you the recording. Durga, sir, when to know whether to use braces or not after the code? That is function. Function means brackets will be there. Function. Behra, tomorrow will be their class? No, nothing. There, tomorrow is Sunday. Next class is on Monday. Regular class on Monday. Nothing. No workshop tomorrow. It is only a single one-day workshop. Will be the new batch starts and what is the duration of the course? Already the new batch was started 2 days back only, and the new that batch. What are the batch we have started 2 days back? Data science batch. The duration is 6 months. Rajesh. What would be the next? When would be the next statistics class? Every Saturday? No. Regular class. We'll continue the statistics on the regular class. From here, we'll continue in the regular class only. What will be the next? When will be the next batch? Already I have told you, na, Rajesh. And sir, the video link. Today's class, after the class, the video link you will get automatically in the WhatsApp community. Okay. If you are interested to join in the in the batch, you can first join in the WhatsApp community. You can use this WhatsApp community link and please join in the WhatsApp community. It was a great class and very easy to understand. Thank you. Thanks for your feedback. Riyasha, Nagbhushnam. Are you going to start morning batch? As of now, there is nothing morning batch. Saurinya, when I get the certificate for this workshop, there is no certificate for this workshop. Sai Raja, thank you, sir. Your explanation is clear and simple to understand. Thank you. Thanks for your feedback. Thank you. Saurinya, there is no particular certificate for this workshop. It is a free workshop. Yes. Still, any questions, guys? So can we have class on Monday 5:30? Yes. So next class is on Monday 5:30. Archana, what is the timing of tomorrow's class? Tomorrow there is no class. Next. Suhas, it is very easy to understand, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much. Great way of teaching, sir. Thank you. Sheikh, thank you. Shivananda Naidu. Statistics we are using day-to-day life, sir. Now I'm understand. Thanks once again. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thanks for your feedbacks. Done. You are updated, sir. We are near to your version of cheating. This is because you are young. You are updated, sir. You are near to our version. This is because of your young. I'm young teacher. Okay. You are feeling I'm young only now. Thank you. Thanks for that compliment also. Right? I'm having 14 years of experience in teaching. Please send the notes of this topic. Uday. Yeah, please join the WhatsApp community. You are a great teacher, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, guys. We'll continue in the next class, that is on Monday, in our regular class. Yeah, could you share the WhatsApp community link? Yeah, whatever on the screen is there, that is WhatsApp community link only. Please scan that one. Please scan that one. Thank you, guys. Bye. Take care, and we'll continue on the Monday in our regular class.